Hi, I am HAZIQ SHAHIEN Bank DARUS. Firstly, I will explain to you all the purpose of this report is to assess the capabilities of a company from all aspects that drive its progress. In this regard, we have chosen the banking company Malayan Banking Berhad, known as Maybank, as our review model. We are interested in reviewing it because of the ability of this financial institution to forge a name as one of the largest banking companies in Malaysia in terms of total assets. As of the third quarter of 2021, Maybank's total assets are reported at 877.52 billion ringgit, which is the fourth largest in Southeast Asia behind Singaporean three giant banks, namely the Development Bank of Singapore, DBS, Overseas Chinese Banking Corporation, OCBC, and United Overseas Bank, UOB. This is summarized of the SWOT analysis for Maybank. The strength of Maybank is the largest bank in Malaysia and the fourth in Southeast Asia in terms of total assets. The weakness of Maybank is only focused on operation in Malaysia and a limited number of overseas branches. The opportunities of Maybank is opportunity to expand operation in developing countries such as Africa in its capacity as the largest financial institution in Malaysia. And the threats of the Maybank is the COVID-19 pandemic situation affecting the economic sector will reduce the company's annual review. Regarding the pastel analysis is divided by three situations. Firstly, the political situation. Maybank is a private company that conducts independent financial service without any government intervention. However, our rules for the basis of banking and its policies are set by Bank Negara Malaysia, or known as BNM, based on existing legal provisions such as the Financial Institution Act 2013, Islamic Financial Service Act 2013, and the Insurance Act 1996. Second, the regarding of economical power of Maybank, it can be said that almost all Malaysians have savings or current accounts in Maybank due to its popularity as the best financial service leader in Malaysia. And lastly, regarding the cultural barriers in Malaysia, most of the Maybank Group business are supported by a conventional interest-based financial system. This includes conventional banking, conventional insurance, and conventional investment. Each loan offered by the bank to the customer is subject to interest on the monthly installment paid. This is a very contrary to Islamic principles and law because the interest on the repayment of the loan is considered as riba, which is the excess payment that has to be borne by the debtor himself.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning. I'm Muhammad MUZAMMIL bin Kamis. Okay, today I would like to present on CPM, EFE and IFE. Okay, so before I explain further on CPM, I would like to touch on the main key success factors for Maybank and our competitors, which are CIMB and Public Bank. Okay, so as we can see from this table, the revenue of Maybank in the second quarter of 2021 is 1.96 billion, followed by CIMB 1.08 billion, and the last one is Public Bank. Is higher than CIMB, which is 1.38 billion. Okay, alright, then we move to the total asset. Total asset of Maybank in the third quarter 2021 at 77.52 billion, while CIMB is 627.4 billion, and for Public Bank is 461.23 billion. Okay, right. So the number of local branches of Maybank is 400 branches, while CIMB 294 branches, and the last one is Public Bank 259 branches, which is the lowest between CIMB and Maybank. Okay, right. Okay, so we move to CPM, which is the competitive profile matrix CPM. So what is a CPM? CPM is the competitive profile matrix. It's a tool that compare a business strength and shortcoming to those of its competitors. Firms often utilize CPM to get a better understanding of the external environment and competitiveness in a given sectors. Okay, right. So from the table, so we would like to explain on the CPM, or the key critical success factors for Maybank, CIMB and public bank. So we would like to see which is it Maybank is higher than the CIMB in terms of CPM, and also the critical success factors that consists of revenues, asset, number of local branches, cybersecurity safeness, copyright protections, takaful, business transformation, Islamic financial services, apps and website user friendliness, product and service quality, global expansion and corporate social responsibility, CSR. Okay, so as we can see from this table, Maybank got higher CPM, which is 3.49, followed by CIMB 2.87, and the last one is public bank, which is 2.64. Okay, so the weightage that we refer is from 1 to 4, which is 1 is is belongs to major weakness, and 4 is refer to major strength. Okay, alright, so the CPM analysis had shown that the banking industry in Malaysia is Maybank, Berhad, in which they were very competitive in their profitability in terms of revenues and total asset in terms of revenues. Maybank Berhad showed the highest revenue among other competitors, which is 1.69 billion in the second quarter ended 30 June 2021, followed by CIMB and public bank. Okay, besides the Maybank has a customer base of more than 21 million and also presence in 17 countries across the globe. Additionally, this magnificence contribute to Maybank's position as Malaysia's biggest financial service company, delivering a diverse range of banking service. Okay, next I would like to discuss further on EFE. Okay, as we can see from the prioritized table of opportunities. Okay, so before we put the analysis into EFE, so we need to prioritize the point of opportunities that we obtained from the pastel analysis before. And as we can see from the table, there are 12 number of column or number of opportunities that we gathered from the pastel analysis. And for prioritized table of trade, there are 15 number of trade that we obtain from the analysis of pastel. Okay, alright, so after we prioritize, we get the priority of, or we determine the priority of which one is the first and which one is the last. So we put that result that to EFE table. Okay, alright, so as we can see from the EFE metric table, so the first one, the number one of opportunities that we already classified is expand operation in developing countries such as Africa in its capacity as the largest financial institution in Malaysia. Okay, right, so the second opportunity is to increase the availability of Islamic financial service in Muslim nations, particularly in the Arab world. Okay, so the last one of opportunities is each loan offered by the bank to the customer is subject to interest on the monthly installment paid. Okay, alright, so for trade, the first trade that we already classified is Malaysia's unstable political climate will influence change in government policy for local industry. And the last one is all rules for the basis of banking and its policies are set by Bank Negara Malaysia BNM. Okay, so what is EFE is about? So based on external factor evaluation or EFE metrics, the result of 3.62 above average score of 22.5, that is a EFE that we obtained for Maybank, shows that Maybank is responding well above average to capitalize on external opportunities and reduce the potential adverse effect of external trade. Maybank's strategy committed to continuous improvement in the areas of Islamic financial service that offer a variety of Islamic banking service rather than conventional service. Apart, Maybank also grows insurance and takaful business. Maybank continue to the undisputed leader in takaful, strengthening its number one position in general business. Etika has also improved its bank assurance and agency business through innovative product and agency development. Okay, next I would like to discuss further on IFE. So we do the same method, which is we extract the informations from past analysis, and we prioritize which one is the to be put at the top for the prioritize table of strength, and also for the prioritize table of weaknesses, from the top, from number one until the bottom, until the last one. Okay, so after we done for that part, we gather that information into IFE matrix table. So as we can see from the IFE score of Maybank, okay, so the total score of IFE for Maybank is 3.39. So what it means of 3.39? So it means that Maybank's score of 3.39 above average score of 2.5 indicate that Maybank has fairly strong internal position, responding well above average to capitalize on external opportunities and reduce the potential adverse effect of external trade. Largest banking company in Malaysia, Maybank has many branches in all 14 states of Malaysia compared to its other competitors. Maybank is a private company that conduct independent financial services without any government interventions. In addition, largest banking company in Malaysia, Maybank has many branches. Maybank share ownership such is partially is owned by government-linked companies, GLCs, JS Amanah Raya, Berhad, Employee Providence Fund, and PNB. I think that's all from my part.
Hi, I'm Tahera. So here I will show you guys about SWOT metrics. So what I get the strength of Maybank. First strength is the largest bank in Malaysia and the fourth in Southeast Asia in terms of total asset. Second, encouraging financial performance with high net profit value. Number 3, have many branches throughout the country. And 4, has the largest number of banking customer in Malaysia. For the weakness, first weakness, only focus on operations in Malaysia and have a limited number of overseas branches. Number 2, most of the company's revenue is generated only through banking operation, not from other supporting operations such as insurance, investment, and asset management. The opportunity for the Maybank is first, opportunity to expand operation in the developing country such as Africa in a capacity as the largest financial institution in Malaysia. Second opportunity what Maybank can do is opportunity to expand Islamic financial services to Muslim countries such as the Arab region. And number 3, develop a user-friendly online banking application to facilitate banking access in areas that do not have branches. For the trade, what trade for Maybank is first is the in the pandemic COVID-19 situation have an effective the economic sector will reduce the company annual revenue, and then the implementation of the COVID COVID-19 momentum by the central bank will affect the company's capitals and financial flows. And number 3 and last for trade, for Maybank, the uncertain political temperature of Malaysia will affect changes in government policy for local industry. So for the SWOT matrix, what we can see, so SO strategic, strength and opportunity strategic. So we can do it for Maybank is by maintaining the undisputed leader position of financial service in Malaysia. That is the strength of improved regional presence for the best quality of operations. And then next, Maybank will build further strength in advisory products such as investment, loans, and so on. It can also expand the financial Islamic service. With that, it can further strengthen with a portfolio to cater the overseas market and especially in Islamic country. Next, the opportunity, the strength SO strategic. What Maybank can do is with the largest number of customers, Maybank have a largest number of customers, so can provide convenience to customer by using the service at your fingertips that is online. Maybank needs to develop user friendly so that customer can make payments, transfer online and easily and save their time. Okay, next for WO strategies, Maybank in a country most widespread Maybank with 100 of branches, million of ATM service, they can plan to further expand their operation overseas more efficiently. And the next one is to get higher profit value from now on is a need to support other operations like insurance. The insurance today is very invaluable thing today, and many people will be looking for personal and family protection. So insurance is a very currently is everyone is want to find the insurance. So maybe Maybank can take that as an advantage. With that can and then also Maybank can add more profit value than usual. So next is exit strategies. With a Maybank achievements, especially the existing total asset, they need to create a new structure to use in this pandemic COVID-19 situation. It's also to maintain his rank of Southeast Asia and increase the company annual revenue. And next is with the largest number of customers and also have a loyal customer. Maybank need to believe using high standard address any issue during COVID-19 pandemic, so improve the service, products and suit with the current situation. And last, for WT strategy, in a practicing business, they need to expand their business size, greater opportunities, so they can going abroad, so that politics in Malaysia does not become an obstacle for continue their growth. And the last one is by supporting others' operation, is maybe overcome the impact company capital and financial flow for better after this. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Space matrix. The strategic position and action matrix space is one of the management tools that can be used to help management conduct analysis on a company. In addition, it can also be used to determine the type of strategy that a company needs to undertake. The space matrix consists of 4 types of quadrants known as aggressive, conservative, defensive, and competitive. This analysis using the space matrix works on 2 internal strategic dimensions, namely financial strength and competitive advantage under y-axis, while 2 external strategic dimensions of business such as environmental stability and industrial strength under x-axis. From the Maybank space matrix table, we can see the data given under the sub-factor such as industrial attractiveness and competitive advantage which x-axis value score is 3.55, while under the sub-factor financial strength and environmental advantage, the last calculation for y-axis value is 2.8. The number score for this axis then will be plotted to Maybank space metric graph. According to the graph, it shows that Maybank falls into the aggressive quadrant of the space metric, where it is located at coordinates 3.55 for the x-axis and y-axis 2.8. This quadrant indicates that Maybank has a strong competitive position in a market with rapid growth. Conclusion of the space metric for Maybank. Based on the score shown on the aggressive quadrant, Maybank should not look back to use aggressive strategies to build internal and external strengths and become the best financial center in the region. Nowadays, among the aggressive measures that can be taken is to increase the security of website use, because it is one of the factors that make users remain loyal to them. In addition to this quadrant, Maybank can focus on doing more market research, as there are customers who are attracted to companies that do solid research. Therefore, Maybank needs to increase research to investigate customer dissatisfaction in order to improve service and product quality. Besides that, the market research conducted can show demand scores in different areas. Therefore, Maybank will succeed in every area by defining demand boundaries. And the last one is Maybank needs to implement a product development strategy. Management is able to offer new services such as helping their customers or companies manage interest rate and currency risk. By doing this, Maybank is believed to be able to move forward to acquire a larger share of investment banking.
The following tactics are suggested based on the Grand Strategy Matrix findings, which is GSM. Market penetration is a method for increasing market share for current item in a given market. Market development approach that expands the geographic reach of current products. Product development is a strategy for increasing sales by improving or changing existing items. Gaining ownership or increasing influence over distributors or retailers is referred to as forward integration. Horizontal integration refers to the control or merger of two or more companies. QSPM, which is under stage 3, the decision stage. QSPM stands for Quantitative Strategy Planning Matrix. By relating to the Maybank, the Quantitative Strategy Planning Matrix is a high-level strategic management tool for analyzing potential plans. A Quantitative Strategy Planning Matrix, or QSPM, is an analytical tool for weighing the pros and cons of various options. Therefore, the total attractiveness, cost of market penetration, market development, and product and service development are 6.26, 6.92 and 5.52 respectively. According to the QSPM, the greatest strategy is market development, which means it is the most appealing plan and will most likely to be the most effective strategy for Maybank.